What a fantastic opening to Doc Season 2, with Westside Hospital's employees and patients in a stressful hostage scenario that endangered everyone's lives. The Season 2 debut was quite intense. Additionally, a shooting placed one of the main characters in a precarious situation. The second episode of Doc Season 2 is about to air, and it presents a brand new character to the Fox medical drama series. Felicity Huffman portrays Dr. Joan Ridley. Who is that character? Below, we dissected every event from the season's second episode, Delusions of Grandeur. Amy attends to a patient who is suffering from a fake pregnancy. The majority of Doc's episodes follow Amy and the other Westside Hospital medical staff as they treat different patients. A young woman named Megan, who seems to be pregnant and comes to the hospital with complaints of nausea, discomfort, and stomach pain, is one of the two new cases that take center stage in episode 2. Tells Amy that she doesn't have an OBGYN and that she lives in a close-knit community that rejects conventional treatment when they first meet. When Amy does an ultrasound, she finds a big bulk but no evidence of a fetus. Subsequent blood work demonstrates that there was never a pregnancy in the first place. Gina informs Amy of her findings and says that Megan is suffering from pseudocyesis. In other words, despite the fact that there isn't a baby, Megan genuinely thinks she is pregnant because her body is exhibiting pregnancy-like symptoms. Gina suggests that Amy carefully follow Megan's belief for the time being, as she still needs to have a biopsy and a CT scan to address the mass. Megan is ready to step into the CT scanner when Anne, a lady, bursts through the door. She asserts that Megan cannot have the scan because it is harmful to the unborn child, claiming to be a family member. Anne isn't actually a part of the family by blood, though. She's only one of the women who live in the commune where Megan lives, and she's decided to keep Megan safe. In the process of persuading Megan to have an MRI instead, Amy and Gina tell Anne that Megan isn't actually pregnant. Amy gives Megan the results of the MRI after it is complete. A biopsy would be the next course of action because she has a tumor in her belly. Amy is able to persuade Megan to do it, even though she initially refuses. Anne later tells Amy and Gina that she has had conversations with her commune members. They've decided to take care of Megan. Amy successfully removes the tumor from Megan's abdomen during the biopsy. She must now inform Megan that she is not genuinely pregnant. In the meantime, Gina manages to reach Jordan, Megan's long-lost brother. Following the news, Megan is overcome with emotion and starts to panic. She needs to be given a soothing drug immediately by Gina and another physician. Gina assists Megan in processing the situation after she is stabilized, and then she invites her brother Jordan to join her. He will provide her comfort as she starts to accept the reality by reassuring and supporting. Returning to Westside Hospital is Dr. Joan Ridley. In one of the on-call rooms, Dr. Joan Ridley stealthily walks over to Amy as she is napping. Joan has finally returned from her 5-month trip overseas. She teaches medicine and surgery and was once Amy's mentor. Amy responds that she is currently an intern after her automobile accident, when Joan asks if she intends to return to her role as chief of internal medicine. After that, Joan presents Amy to her new students under her tutelage. Amy is experiencing a flashback to an old memory at this moment. A fleeting image of a chocolate cake appears in the memory. Amy keeps seeing glimpses of this identical recollection throughout the show. At the very end of the episode, the entire recollection finally becomes clear. In addition to the patient with pseudocyesis, this episode also features an artist who is unable to quit hiccuping. Joan has him as a patient. Eventually, she finds out what's causing the issue. He has a lipoma. After she successfully treats him, everything gets back to normal. Joan accepts Michael's invitation to become chief of internal medicine during this episode. When Gina passes Richard's old office and notices Joan seated at his old desk, she learns that Joan has been assigned to the job. The memory that has been resurfacing for Amy throughout the episode suddenly comes pouring back in full force when she texts her about the news. In an effort to restore their relationship, Michael tried to ask Amy to a musical concert 5 years prior to her memory loss. Amy refuses, stating that she already had plans to go supper with Joan that night. Then, after doing everything to mend their relationship, Michael goes up to Joan and asks if she can help him talk to Amy. Joan consents to talk to Amy, but the exchange doesn't go as planned. Amy is urged to leave Michael rather than to try to mend their relationship. Although we already knew that Amy ended her relationship with Michael, Joan's involvement is now clear. Why would she do it, though? That's where the confusion lies.